Hello students, welcome to the second lecture of our lesson number 1, matter in our surrounding. As we have discussed earlier that matter is is classified according to its physical property. So in this lesson we are trying to classify the matter. So according to modern science, the matter is divided into mainly three types, that is solid, liquid and gaseous state. So we are trying to differentiate these three types, solid, liquid and gas, based on its property. So first of all, according to what can we call a solid? Its physical nature of solid is a thing which have definite shape and definite volume. We are calling it solid. So we are seeing many things like chalk, table, bench, building, door, sponge, sugar, etc. So these all things have definite shape and definite volume. So this thing, and also it has definite boundary also. So this thing is called solid. While in liquid, liquid doesn't have definite shape. It gets the shape of a container in which we are taking it. So it doesn't have any definite shape, but yes, it has definite volume, because if 100 ml volume, volume of the liquid is measured in liter or milliliter, that is its unit. So 100 milliliter volume water remains 100 ml water only, whether we are taking it in glass or any other container. So yes, liquid have definite volume. It doesn't change the volume in any container we take, but it doesn't have definite shape. It takes the shape of the container. While in gaseous state, we define gaseous state as it doesn't have definite shape and doesn't have definite volume, because the air can take the shape of the container, and also the volume of the gas is also not fixed, because the air in a balloon, whatever the same amount of air can be filled in a room also. The air inside the balloon is same. If it is broken, the balloon is broken, then the same air can be filled up in a room. So it doesn't have any definite volume. It can take the whole volume of the container, right? The air can be filled up in a room also, and if we compress that air, that much amount of air can be filled up in a small bottle also. Further, the other properties, if we see, fluidity, it means the ability to flow, right? Fluidity means the ability of a substance to flow. So in solid doesn't flow. So can't flow, and liquid can flow. Gaseous also, the gaseous matter can flow. So the substance which can't flow which have a very fixed boundary, and also the external force cannot act on it, that kind of substance, which we are calling it rigid substance, right? So solids are generally rigid, while the substance which can flow, that is liquid and gaseous, we are generally calling it fluids, which can flow. So yes, liquids are fluids and gaseous matters are also fluid. Other property, that is compressibility. It means how much we can compress the matter. So based on the compressibility, solid is incompressible. It means we can't compress the solid. Most of the solid are incompressible, but some of the soft solids like sponge, etc., we can compress it. So if we compress the solid, does it mean that it doesn't compress the sponge? We can compress the sponge, right? So is it a solid? The question arises that whether it is solid or not. Yes, it is solid, because when we compress the sponge, the air, it has pores in it, right? The holes, right? So when we compress the sponge, the air trapped in the hole comes out and we can compress it. So, but yes, it has definite boundary and definite shape, so it is solid. But most of the solid have are not having cannot be compressed, but some of the solid so it is, we can say that negligible compressibility a solid have, while in liquid also very slightly compressibility. Generally we cannot compress the liquid, but gaseous state highly compressible. See, in a gas cylinder, LPG gas cylinder, we get in our household cooking. We use in this household cooking. What is this? The gas, LPG gas is filled up in the cylinder with high pressure, so that in that small cylinder the maximum amount of gas can be filled up. So yes, this gaseous can be filled up in a small container also with a pressure, so it can be compressed. So highly compressible gaseous matter. Other property, intermolecular space. See, solid have definite shape, so its particle, the space between the particles, that we are calling it intermolecular space. The space between the particles of the matter is called intermolecular space. So in solid, the intermolecular space is very less. See, particles are generally considered as round shape. Right? So if we draw the idea of solid matter, it will be like this. The round particles of solid are having a closed packed structure in which the particles are maximally closed packed together. But still it is round in shape, so it has space between them, between this round particles. But the space is very less. So in solid, the intermolecular space is very less. Compared to solid, in liquid, the particles are slightly away from each other. So the arrangement of particles in liquid will be like this. Relatively more, comparatively more space between the particles compared to solid. While in gaseous, the particles are at maximum distance. So the intermolecular space in a gaseous state is maximum. As you can see in container, if one gas is filled up, the particle intermolecular space between the particle will be like this. So intermolecular space is least, moderate, it means relatively more, and maximum in the gases. And if we talk about intermolecular force, it means we see in the characteristic of particle, right? That particles of the matter attract each other. So it have force between them. So this force between the particles of matter is called intermolecular force. So if we talk about this force in three of the state, in solid, the particles are together, are hold together in a fixed boundary. So we can say that why it is hold together in a fixed boundary? Because the intermolecular force between the particle is maximum in solid. That's why the particles are closed, hold together in a closed pack arrangement. While in liquid, the particles are slightly away from each other. It means that the intermolecular force between the particle is slightly less. But in gaseous, the particles are at maximum distance, which means that the intermolecular attraction, intermolecular force between the gaseous particle are very, very less. It means least. Force is least between the gaseous particles. So this is the main idea of three of the state. So here we classify the matter based on its particle, variation in the particle, characteristic of particle. Okay, the state is classified based on the variation in the characteristic of particle. If the particle characteristic changes, the state changes. So at normal temperature, we are getting these three states. But other two states are also we are getting plasma state and B, that is Bose-Einstein condenser. What is? Let me give you some idea about plasma state. Plasma is a state of matter in which this can be attained at a very, very high temperature. Okay? So at very high temperature, the particles are the property of the particles changes, okay, and that will be that's at that temperature we are getting a plasma state of matter. And while in BEC, that is Bose-Einstein condenser, this state of matter are attained at a very low temperature, right? And it's below zero, quite below 0 degrees Celsius. So at that temperature, the nature of the characteristic of particles are completely changed. That's why at that temperature we are getting a new state of matter, that is BEC. But at normal temperature we are getting mainly three states, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. So here up to now we have completed the states of matter. Read up to this, and if you have any doubt you can ask me below in the comment section. And if you like this video, share, comments